Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the only podcast recorded out in nature during the demise of the world. And now, here he is, masked up, looking good. Those baby blues are peeking past the mask. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Do you fucking believe me now? Do you fucking believe me now? Okay? I've been talking, and Kevin. Hi, Kev.
Hey, Eddie.
I've been talking about this fucking apocalyptic shit. Not in a dumb conspiracy way, but in a way that pins all of this on our unsustainability. And me and Kevin are at the forefront of the apocalypse. We are here in Los Angeles. You could see the carnage around us, I hope. And welcome, everybody. How are you doing, Kev?
Ooh, buddy. I've been staying by my house, just making sure that the wildfires don't get any closer. I'm surrounded on three sides. There's about a 5 to 6 mile buffer, but I'm vigilant.
Is there?
Oh yeah, I've been vigilant. You know, just
Can you see the fires from your place?
once there was a fire to our like north.
Was that the
east.
Kenneth fire?
No. This was up in the Angeles National Forest.
Oh yes, they closed it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, folks, is why we're not at the Angeles Forest.
Yes.
They closed the fucking thing. I thought it was because they had caught us.
They saw the episode. They're like,
No,
this is poor
but-
representation.
So you have, I mean, this has been nerve-wracking. You know, where I am in North Hollywood, the fires never really got close. The smoke is fucked up. I've got the mask on, and we're of two different minds about this. Kevin came waltzing into the park without a mask, and I'm like, dude, houses are just chemical boxes, and they've burnt down. All the materials that go into houses are just chemicals.
Yeah, I came walking up. I was like,
Yeah.
you smell that fresh breath? That's fresh air.
It
right there.
actually feels pretty good, but I'm telling Kevin that the particulates that are in the air, solar panels have melted.
Yes.
Cars have melted. So batteries have melted. There's so much shit in the air. It's like 9/11. And this really, I lived through 9/11 in New York, and this is different, but it has the same kind of feel.
Yes. Dangerous.
Dangerous.
I felt like I was in a lockdown because I couldn't really leave my house.
I agree.
I was afraid that
Right.
there was going to be a fire and I'd have to get out.
Well, and also the smoke. It's like, you know, I don't know if you could tell, folks, but I haven't exercised in a couple of days.
Oh,
You're
boy.
going to hear a lot of helicopters. We're not in the studio. I took the advice of one of our loyal fans who said it seems sterile. I'd like your feedback, guys, if you agree with that. But I felt it, and I feel like here, amongst the fires, amongst the people, amongst the animals, we're just in it.
We're in it. There is some visceral sense of, when we're out here. We've become used to it. You know, we're comfy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice to see all the puppies, which there's no puppies today, but
No, there are puppies. Don't lie to the people.
no, there's the dogs are all gone. Sorry, Eddie, I'm taking the mask off.
Yeah.
By
By the way, he doesn't care
I don't care.
about his lifespan.
No.
I know I only have a few years left, and I don't want, let's say, 10 years to be shortened to 3.
Yes. No, you're smart. You're wise. I am dumb. And I don't know. I feel like the Lord's on my side. You know, he's if it's my time, it's my time. You know, I got that real right wing feel on this whole thing.
So I want to talk about. There's so much to fucking talk about. But one of the things that first of all, it's me, my wife, and 2 senior animals, and like to evacuate. I really was thinking. By the way, in this whole scenario, my wife is so calm, and I'm like, all right, baby. I'm like, all right, baby, we need a go bag. And of course, that's smart. So I'm putting in my go bag, all I had was a Talking Head CD. That's it. That's all I had in my go bag. One Talking Head CD. Stop Making Sense. Terrific little CD. I figured that's all we needed.
Great album.
Pop it in the fucking CD player. I still have a CD player in my car. It's that little thing that's right above the radio.
Oh, is that what
satellite
that is?
Radio? Yeah. What do you think it was? Like a pancake maker?
I thought it was a paper towel dispenser or something. Yeah,
hey!
Keep it down over there. No, I mean, it is wild. You got to have something that is not streaming, like having a physical copy. That's why I have all the copies of your album. I keep them safe in a safe deposit box.
They do melt.
They will melt.
But anyway, what I want to say is that we got 2 evacuation orders. Check this out. One at 4 p.m, and I was like, holy fuck. I was kind of proud that I had a go bag together,
Yeah. You were prepared.
We were going to be able to listen to Talking Heads, And I mean, and it's a long album. So it was something that if we were evacuating, and I also had friends who left for Palm Desert.
Yes.
I was thinking of going to Joshua Tree, dropping acid.
Oh, yeah.
And just going, whoa.
Dude, I'll do it with you. I got a guy with an Airbnb in
you do?
Yucca Valley. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. We can go up there anytime.
So anyway, the first evacuation order, I'm like, holy fuck, this is more real. It becomes real because you're just watching this on television if the fires are not in your sight. You're just like I did for 9/11 in New York, even though I was in the village. And do you believe me now about apocalypse soon? The fact that we are burning fossil fuels and we have, the shithead moron Trump and his shithead moron posse who is going to burn even more fossil fuels. First of all, nowhere is safe right now between fires and floods and hurricanes and tornadoes, and it's just unbelievable. And so we got this evacuation warning. I'm like, holy fuck, I didn't want to move our 2 senior Charlotte is literally, I'm like so attached to Charlotte. I don't want to move her. She's 16. I don't want to fucking stress these animals out. And my evacuation standard, I will evacuate if when I open my front door, I am able to light a cigar without a lighter.
Well, that's a pretty good indication. It's time to go. Did you get the evacuation notice and then the cancellation evacuation?
That's what I was just going to say.
Dude, that was so funny.
Thank God we had the news on, and my reticence to leave was still watching the news, and it said that was a false alarm. I was like, thank God.
Yes.
So then, by the way, and I did not have power for 2 days. I did not have power for 2 days, which if you've ever not had power, it really sucks.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of separates us from when you don't have power, all of a sudden you're just in a cold box.
Yeah. And we've become so used to the convenience of electricity.
Oh, my God.
The internet, TV,
no
everything.
internet. And I had no internet, and my cell phone service was so spotty.
Yep.
So I had nothing but fucking books.
Yeah, we were reading books too. My boy read a book. I was reading a book. I even put...
Is that what it's going to take, America, to read again? To have everything burnt or flooded to the fucking ground? So, anyway, it is... And then, so I sleep, and this is not to brag. I'm sure a lot of you have things like this, but I sleep with the sleep apnea mask.
Ooh.
And I've gotten... I can't... It's like... If I don't have it now, excuse me, I'm in the middle of an apocalypse. If I don't have it now, I just hardly sleep.
Yeah.
So I finally got to sleep that night when the electric came back on. You know, I hadn't slept for a couple of days.
Oh, it's a plug-in too. Yeah. That makes sense.
And I know I should have a battery pack, but I didn't have a cord I needed, of course.
Yep.
Anyway, and I do have a battery pack. Anyway, that doesn't work. Anyway, so 4 a.m., I'm in a dead sleep. We get an evacuation on the phone. And they're these loud, these, I was hoping a kid had gotten Amber alerted, you know.
It's.
I mean, that's what they usually are, but not during this time. Anyway, I'm like, this was hilarious. I just get out of bed, and I have all my charger cords around. I'm stumbling on charger cords. I'm like, holy fuck, this is fucking crazy. But since we got a erroneous evacuation order, I was like, let's wait. And sure enough, it was a mistake.
Yep.
2 of them. Now when I get an evacuation order, I just make a sandwich.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit now.
And I put on, I Dream of Jeannie, or I like to watch Charlie Sheen. What was that show called with John Cryer?
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So anyway, I like to watch Charlie Sheen during times of trouble, because he went through a lot. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little girls running toward us. I don't know if this is like a charity gift that we're being given.
I feel like we're in trouble. No, they're doing some sort of dancing.
None of them have masks. The idiot supervising them doesn't have a mask on. Anyway, anywho, so we went through that. Really, like, the feeling is one of dread. Know a bunch of people. Chris Garcia, the comic, lives in Altadena. I believe he lost everything.
Yeah,
I believe.
My buddy Bailey Hardwick also lost. Him and his parents lost their place. There's been quite a few.
A lot of people. I know a bunch of people. The great Larry Charles, the great director
Bette Midler
of comedy. What?
Bette Midler lost her house.
Did she?
Yeah. Yep.
But in Altadena, it's just working class people.
Yeah.
And all these idiots who have been online. You know what? I'm taking a break from social media, man. Yesterday I got manic and I was writing all these crazy jokes.
Oh, really?
Because that's how I deal with tragedy. I don't know if you noticed. By the way, do you believe us now about the pending and the happening right now of the apocalypse? And I don't know, man. I just think it's dire.
It is.
LA is forever fucked. And right now, today, this will go out tomorrow.
Yep.
Which will be the height of another high wind warning. It's supposed to start 4 a.m. tonight. And there could be more carnage. Right now, they've had a break. The firemen, who were unbelievable, they've had a break for a couple of days,
Yep.
in the sense that they've had no break, but they're able to contain it a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
right?
shout out to the Mexico Fire Department, Canadian fire
Yeah.
Department. We had a lot of people show up. And I don't know if you saw this. Now, we've gotten into the kind of facts of this whole thing, but I don't know if you've seen some of the conspiracy stuff about this.
Well,
with the guys
let me say this. The conspiracy theorists are people
Yeah.
who have very boring, and shitty lives, and that sucks, and a lot of it is due to corporate the corporate entities leaving and going overseas to Vietnam, Sri Lanka,
China.
yeah, all Mexico, wherever, and these pockets of the United States are abandoned. No more good jobs.
Yeah.
And people tend to go astray. People tend, and once there are no jobs, everybody is trying to find some magical thinking. And anyway, what are the conspiracy theories?
So, I mean, I don't know how much of a conspiracy theory, but I saw several reports that there was no water in the fire hydrants in Altadena.
Right.
And
Well,
I saw a couple interviews with homeowners who were literally, there was a couple of guys I
Right.
saw that saved their houses and their neighbors' houses. God bless them. And they were saying that there was no firefighters anywhere. And that the fire
yeah.
hydrants from some of the
Yeah.
fighters were saying they were empty. There wasn't any water in them.
Wow.
And the other handful of the conspiracy is the fact that so many of these fires started at the same time. And then I saw a couple of videos
yeah,
because of the wind.
yeah,
Well-
the winds happened at the exact time.
Yeah. And then there was
Right.
I saw 2 videos of guys getting apprehended or grabbed because they were walking around with blow torches. Literal
Right.
fire torches.
Right.
So
Right.
those are all the ingredients in my mind.
I'll tell you what about that. That's all motherfucking distraction from the real cause of these fucking fires, which is fossil fuels, the oil companies, and all these cocksuckers who, and I'm talking about fossil fuels, oil companies, corporate greed, they want to, and they build into the hills, they build among all of this brush and vegetation because it's beautiful up there, and the greed and this is very similar to the Maui fires, Lahana, I believe.
A lot of conspiracies around that one too.
Well, the conspiracies again take away from the real issue, which is the greed of the fossil fuel industry and all these people who are just insane. They're insane, and it's got to stop. And hopefully this, everything accumulates before there is mass rebellion.
Yes.
And
This
I'm
is fuel to the
hoping-
fire for sure.
What?
This is fuel to the rebellion for sure. The amount of
Right.
people that are going to be homeless from this.
Oh, my God.
The amount of jobs that are disrupted. I mean, it's just adding fuel to the fire of the discontent of the world, and definitely of the nation.
Well, it brings it home. Unfortunately, I don't think people really feel it unless they're in it.
Yes.
And I say that for myself,
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You kind of see it and it's sort of like entertainment.
Yes.
Like, hey, put on the LA fires and order in. Can we get
Oh yeah.
get a couple of eggplant parms?
We were ordering Japanese food last night or 2 nights ago. We're literally
and you're in it.
and we're in it, and we're ignoring all the evacuation notices because they're fake. You know, half of them are nothing because I've got a little fire app that I use that shows all the active fires. It's called Fire Watch or something like that. I can't remember, but it shows me all the active fires and tracks them and stuff. And so then, when I'd get an alert, then I'd look at the app and be like, "It's still in the same place. It's not." And then I go outside, look around. But the wind, as much as it's helping these fires grow, it is blowing a lot of these pollutants and stuff out of the way. Thank God, because it was so smoky up there.
I thought it was blowing the pollutants also to us.
Oh, probably. But I mean, it's. Our house there was soot, there was smoke everywhere, and the air was just thick. And then woke up the next morning, and it was like this. It was completely clear.
Oh, folks, we have a beautiful little doggy. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, another guy. Hi. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Yeah, this is why we like doing the podcast out in the park amongst the beautiful dogs. Hello, you want to join us?
We got a puppy petting party over here.
Oh, hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, yeah.
What do you think of the fires?
So anyway, it is unbelievable.
It's pandemonium. It's absolutely nuts, and it feels like the people that are supposed. When you're a kid, and you look at all the technological advances, or you find out about a sewage system, where some of the complex networks that exist in the world.
Oh, my family, we were all about sewage.
But you, as a child, and as I have grown up, I'm not interested in sewage. I'm not interested in managing an electrical power grid. I'm not, interested in managing our water department.
It would be funny if we all individually had to create our own electricity. And that's why people have kids. Just run on the wheel, Fred.
You're doing great. Mom's almost done with her shower. It's wild. But these. Oh man, I can't even remember what I was saying.
You were talking about when you were a kid.
Oh yeah,
seeing technological innovation.
You assume that there's, you go, wow, that's amazing. They built this whole thing, and somebody's managing it right now, and they're taking care of it. And then as I've gotten older, I realize that the people in charge are just as fucking stupid as I am, and it seems like.
Yes.
They're not. There are no powers that be that have control, that know what they're doing, and they're all fucking up.
By the way, I'll tell you a guy who everybody should watch. I watch him on YouTube. His lectures. Terence McKenna.
Oh, I love Terence McKenna.
Who was very into psychedelics.
Yes.
Particularly mushrooms. But he was a brilliant guy, and he talked a lot about the ecosystem, and, he foresaw this.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big thing that Karen Bass, who was in Ghana when the fire started, our mayor.
Yeah.
She came hustling back, and apparently there was a cut to the budget of $17 million for firemen, and the police budget was increased,
Well, you got to deal with all the people that will be homeless after all the fires take their houses.
Oh my God. And and so there has to be a complete, not incrementally, because we don't have time for increments.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a complete 180 on how we live.
Yeah.
I know that's like so much easier said than done.
Oh, yeah.
But it's got to start happening, and it's got to start happening now. And there's got to be mass movements. We've got to get Mangione out of jail and get him on, different folks.
Get him on the ticket.
Get him let him go after Exxon, let him go after all of them, Shell, whatever the name. I mean, they do listen to pornography during their meetings,
yes,
but
do.
They're still not great people. But
it humanizes them a little bit, the pornography, but it distracts from the reality of the pure evil that's happening there.
Yeah.
They go, they listen to porn too. I do that, and then you realize they're killing the...
Yeah, the adult film world, by the way, is really getting hit hard. They're asking for water, Gatorade, and fluffers right now. What are you looking at?
Crows making noise.
Hello, crows.
I thought it was
there they are.
I thought it was the creaking of a branch.
Oh, hello, guys. I love crows. I love nature, and we are destroying it. And these animals, these species, are so innocent. They fucking live within their means. They don't build gigantic houses. Yes, I came across a crow whose nest was very large, and I scolded him.
Share the wealth, crow.
No, but it is really fucking insane. It is so, and it is here now. It is here now. Apocalypse soon.
Well, I think in light of all of this, we could use a relaxing sentiment, a slight, break in the tension.
What's that?
I don't know if you have a guided meditation in you, but I think we could all use it.
All right. And we haven't really even scratched the surface. I just want to say that I went to the plastic surgeon who had taken out my gut, so my urologist could come in and remove the prostate. And none of this is to brag.
Well,
I am sure
a little braggy.
Well, I'm dropping names anyway. Well, I'm dropping weight. Anyway, he told me, there are so many. This is going to reverberate in every industry.
Oh, absolutely.
In Los Angeles, people without homes. It is just a shitstorm, and hopefully these next couple of days are not going to be another conflagration, because I don't know how anybody's going to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing I want to say is how it's been so nice, the amount of people volunteering.
Yes.
And helping other people, and I guess that's a cliche, but out of tragedy, I think we all realize we're in this together, and
yes.
That's why I'm saying maybe this will unite us, And I love the motherfuckers online. God, the online culture, most of it is such a fucking ass hat. I love the word ass hat. It's such an ass hat bonfire of people just saying, "Oh, burn, California, burn," and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you dumb motherfuckers. You dumb, and we can't be divided anymore. And these dumb motherfuckers, again, they're people who, they are just powerless. They're powerless through no fault of their own in a lot of cases, and they're angry, and so this is the conspiracy theorists, the fucking people who are full of hate. I mean, I'm full of hate, but I direct it toward myself like everybody should.
That's right. Yeah. Send your hate to eddypeppodcast@gmail.com.
Self-addressed stamp envelope, though. I don't have the postage.
No. And also a shout out to all of our patrons and people that reached out to me and Eddie in this last week. We did have a few people that were concerned about us, and one person that reached out to me specifically because I had mentioned I was in Tahunga. They're like, "You're right there." I'm like, "Yep, I'm out there." Apocalypse Soon is sponsored by Hims. If you're looking for a boost in the bedroom, Hims is here to help with personalized ED treatments from chewable hard mints to Viagra and Cialis. Get what you need to get it on. Everything is done online, so there's no awkward doctor's appointments and no long lines. To get started, just answer some questions on their website, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option for you. If you're prescribed, your medication ships directly to you for free.
So this enables you to get an erection and to keep the erection.
It's so hard with all the wildfires in California and just the constant threat of death to keep an erection.
Well, yes, that's true. And Hims...
Yeah, Hims will help you do it.
Hims will help you do it.
They've got chewable hard mints. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/pep. Put a little pep in your little soldier. That's HIMS.com/pep for your personalized ED treatment option. HIMS.com/pep. This product mentioned are chewable compound products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions required and online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website details and important safety information. Subscription required.
I had an erection from Hims that lasted from when we landed on the moon in '69 till Kennedy being shot, RFK in '73. It was a 4-year erection.
It's a fine erection. It was a fine erection.
None of it approved by the FDA.
No, FDA is not interested in your erections as much as we are. And that's
right.
why we're here to bring you Hims. Go to hims.com/pep and start your boner time today. Yeah, so big shout out to everybody that reached out, and EddiePepPodcast@gmail.com. We really appreciate that. And it was just nice to know that people care. You know? They're worried.
Absolutely. And because you care, I'm going to do a guided meditation, which should help everybody kind of release all of this, okay? So let's do it.
And as you flip through your news feed of conspiracies and bright orange embers blowing across California, it's time for another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
All right, everybody. Oh, hopefully you're in a part of the country that has not collapsed yet. And if you are, good for you. Congratulations. You had nothing to do with the fact that you're temporarily safe. But that's a good thing. Oh my God. So, and if you are in a part of the country or the world, because I know this podcast goes overseas, and I looked, we have one listener in Iran. We do.
Welcome.
Anyway, I just want everybody across the world, but particularly the United States, if you're in a war zone like we are now in Los Angeles, just kind of crack your neck. Cracking your neck and turning it at a 360-degree angle is not going to make up for the house. Cracking your neck and turning it 360 degrees is not going to make up for the house that you own having burned, but it does release a certain amount of tension. I mean, if you kind of do that 3 times, you know, it may make everything just a wee bit better. Now, I'm coughing a lot during this guided because of all of the particulates in the air, the fact that there are so many toxic chemicals. Our houses today are just chemical boxes, and I don't want anybody to think of the impending or current doom if you're not in a war zone of environmental catastrophe. You soon will be. But that's not the point of this meditation. Right now, I want you to take a deep in-breath unless you're in an air quality alert. If you are in an air quality alert, sip the air. S-I-P. Sip the air. Don't take a deep breath. There's our boys in the choppers. Anyway, so with your first in-breath, unless you're in an air quality alert, a lot of people here in Los Angeles are holding their breath until Thursday, but they've been trained by actually magicians who do underwater tricks. Anyway, with your first in-breath, take in the fact that you know that things could be worse and will get worse, and that as we all are either drowning or in flames, that we gave it our best shot. We need, with your first in-breath, realize that you need to organize. You need to organize with your fellow human beings against the fossil fuel and the agricultural industries, their methane pollution with the way they raise animals. We need to change our way of life and breathe that in. Make it a ball of light. Make it a ball of light. Make that ball of light rub against your genitals. Whatever can help you today. Make a red ball of light, rub against your genitals, back and forth. Spell the alphabet with this ball of light on your genitals. Let this ball of light completely suck up your genitals, whatever it is that works for you. And with your first out breath, I want you to breathe out all of the tension you have, all of the tension that is basically cutting short your life. Not only is the outside environment destroying us, and I want you to forget about that. Not only is the outside environment destroying us and consuming us and killing us, and I want you to forget about that. Our insides are killing us with stress. Stress cuts off the energy flow to our hearts, and the more you tell people to let go and be less stressful, the more stressful they are and the more they hold on to things, which makes these meditations null and void.
And thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
That felt like a release.
That's what we need. I need a good release. I tell my wife that all the time.
By the way, there, you know, with with the collapse of society, even more so now, more and more people are going to buy weapons, and me and you know that the weapon mall that we have done in, you know, Gun World,
guns.
next to Gun World is Stabbing World.
That's right.
Right?
Look
Gun
at your
World.
town.
Huh?
Look at your town. Yeah. Nooses
I
for
think-
all.
Well, there's going to be a lot more shopping being done.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a new online app.
I passed the Gun World store here in Burbank on the way here, and the lines were wrapped around the block. There was also, for the people online waiting to buy an an AK-47, there was an ice cream truck, which is always good to have an ice cream truck while you're waiting to buy a weapon of mass destruction.
Everybody loves ice cream. Everybody loves it. By the way, I was watching a documentary on the Philadelphia epidemic of horse tranquilizers and stuff. And,
what are you talking about?
Oh, there's an epidemic of trank. It's called trank.
Are they horse tranquilizers?
It's horse tranquilizer, and people are getting addicted to it.
We had a name for that when I was growing up. Oh, that's right. Loss of life.
Yes. Oh, it's complete.
No, what are they doing? I mean, that's indicative of the fucking emptiness, of the spiritual fucking emptiness, of the abandonment of this, of these of the accumulation of wealth by a few people, leaving the rest of the people to do trank.
Oh, yeah. It's brutal. And what they've done is they've taken their entire homeless population and all the drug addicts, and they've put them in one section of Philadelphia. And they do all their stuff over there. And a mile away, everything's nice. And so they're literally letting this place die. And the theory is they're letting it die and putting all of their unhoused people there because it's going to lower the property values. People are going to come in and buy it up.
Are you talking about the Philadelphia City Council?
I mean, I don't know if it was the city council.
No, I'm saying the joke was that it was the city council themselves who were doing the trank.
Oh,
but you didn't get the joke.
I didn't get it. I'm sorry. It flew. I've been working on.
Do you believe us now about apocalypse soon? Yet you idiots, not you idiots, obviously, but most idiots, tune into podcasts about what? What do they listen to these days? People talking about different food or
exercise, supplements, boobs. I wonder how the Guys We Fucked podcast is doing right now. With all this tragedy.
Right. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. And
that kind of fucking bullshit. Well, folks, pretty soon you're not going to be able to be distracted, even though I am going to watch football, which is a big contradiction to my allegiance to revolution and, anti-corporate stance. That's how I escape into sports.
Yeah, the world is on fire, but there is a new episode. There's a new season of Severance coming out on Apple TV. Yeah, I'm very excited for. And well,
at least it's dystopian, and it kind of addresses some things.
So between episodes of Severance, get safe. Get to some safety. Go see a health professional if you can afford it.
Watch Larry Charles's video. He talked about on Instagram is where I watched it. He talked about he lost his house in one of the fires.
Oh, no.
He talked about how when people stay safe, it's now just an empty slogan because there is no safe, There is no safe unless we come together and deny these motherfuckers the ability to destroy our lives.
Yeah, I'm saying it more as like, when a mom sees her son drive away and she goes, "Be safe out there, honey."
He was saying the saying should be stay dangerous.
Oh, I like that.
We got to stay united and organized,
Well, and once the alien invasions start happening, it'll be nice to see if
they can't come soon enough.
Oh, no. But hopefully we'll be able to unite as one, fighting alongside.
Be your own leader. There's no leaders. We realize that. You just said that.
Yes.
Growing up as a kid, you think, when you realize that there's no leaders, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Trump is the opposite of a leader. He's a fucking jack-off, con man, fucking piece of shit. Elon Musk, the billionaire fucking Nazi, Trump the wannabe Nazi. Man, things are going south and quick. So please join Patreon.
Please join the Patreon, folks. Go to patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. Send emails to eddiepetpodcast@gmail. Go over to YouTube. We've got a whole channel over there. And Eddie, I don't know if you know this, but we're creeping on 2,000 subscribers. We're creeping up. We're so close to that 2,000. You guys could be part of that. 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I pour my life, my heart and soul into that channel. I'm putting stuff up constantly. And, I feel the love from the 1850, but if we could get that to 2,000, I mean, God,
I think
it would be
I think
so
only
helpful.
a few months ago was 1847. So we
got-
are
making
some progress.
And I started putting music to some of the reels, and I'm going to put like some video game footage on the bottom, so that we can really get in that the audience of 7 to 10-year-olds that run Instagram and get your algorithm popping. I think that's it.
I think we're good. I mean, I kind of let it hang out, and I'm exhausted right now. So thank you, everybody. Stay dangerous. And thanks for listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast that was a little ahead of its time, and we have no upside. Do you believe us now?